Okay, we're going to look at the lending section within cuInsight. So cuInsight has over 150 standard reports on the system. We have them filed off into little sections here on the left hand side. So if we start here, we'll show the browser panel. Okay, so in here we have a lending folder, and within that we have a lot of subfolders. So we're going to look for the loans applied in this case. Okay, if we drag this across to the right, we'll be able to see the full scope of the name. Or if we hover over it, we should be able to see the little tooltip. If that isn't showing up on yours, if you go to View, and just ensure that this is ticked. So anywhere you hover over any area of the system, you'll be able to get a little tooltip. Okay, so to open the report, we clicked on the loans applied. This displays the contents of that folder, and if you double click on it, this will open up the dashboard in question. Okay, so we'll just close down the browser panel on the left hand side. And first of all, we'll look at the table of data. So before we do that, we can see certain prompts at the very top of the dashboard. So this is looking at this specific month based on the system date. So we'll just go back to a full month. Okay, and that'll reorganize the data. So if we double click on any of the headings on the dashboard, it'll open up that individual panel in full screen. Okay, so we can see now that this is a list of loans applied, loan applications in this specific month, grouped by application status, then by net loan range. And you can see the different measures then within the table. Okay, if we click on any of these items, we'll be able to see who the loans belong to. So for example, I want to see who these 114 loans belong to. So we clicked on the drill through for loans that were granted between 0 and 1,000 is the net loan range. And that's the 114 loans that were issued and all the details to go with that. Okay, so effectively what this is giving you is basically an approval or granted rate, and the same for all the other statuses as well. So in this particular month we had 856 loans approved, or sorry, loans applied for. 77 of them were refused, which is 9%. 38 are sitting with preconditions, that's just under 5%. 4 of them were not taken, which is just below 1, or just under 0.5%. 22 were not met, which is just over 2.5%. 712 were granted, which is 83%. 2 were cancelled, and 1 were applied for. So these application statuses are as per what's on your Scion system. Within these subtotals, which we looked at before, you can also see the individual rate, I suppose, for each net loan range. You can see the net loan amount applied for, the loan amount applied for, any brought forward amount, the gross loan amount, which is the sum of these two, the shares at date applied, and the loans to saving ratio at the time of issue. If we double click on that, and then double click on the heading for this chart, basically the chart is showing you the same similar information, in this case just a count of the number of loans and whatever status they're currently in by banding. If you hover over any of these items, you'll be able to see exactly what the figure or what the counts are as well. Okay, that's it for loan applications. Thanks very much for listening.